Hola, buenos dias.
My name is Safina.
My name is Wanting.
And this is ID, and we are now here in Madrid, Spain.
As we are the students of University Science Malaysia, School of Computer Science, we are required to do 6 months internship for our third year studies during the second semester.
So here we are under Erasmus program, fulfilling our requirement at Universitat Politécnica de Madrid.
I'm currently working on HMM-based Malay speech synthesis. Well, Shafina?
And I'm working on DNN-based speech synthesis.
Well, in general, we are both working on speech synthesis. Yeah, which refers to the process of generating spoken language by a machine on the basis of written input. In other words, one can use the keyboard to input the text, and then the machines will read the text for them. Well, currently there are a few techniques can be used for speech synthesis.
Yes.
And now we are
only focusing on two techniques,
which are HMM based and
DNN based.
Well, HMM refers to the techniques that will model the parameters based on hidden Markov models. While DNN?
And DNN is actually, it stands for Deep Neural Network, which is also known as deep learning. And if you've actually watched the movie Inception, then you would know that the main premise of Inception is to be able to plant an idea in a person, and the actions of the person will actually be defined by the ideas planted into his head. So basically you are actually going deep down into the machine's consciousness and into those layers that the machine has, and to make the machine to learn how to actually recognize faces, handwriting, etc. So ID, there are similarities with the two techniques that we are working on, right?
Yes, to a certain extent. They need the same input, which will be the recorded speech and the corresponding text file.
Yeah, and based on the inputs that you have mentioned before, that is how we train the models, by using the inputs, and the models will then be used for synthesis.
Yeah. Next, let's talk about the Malay speech synthesizer that I have been working on. First of all, I have to prepare a list of Malay sentences and have them recorded by a native speaker, which will be Safina. And also, I will have to create a program that will extract the linguistic features from these Malay sentences, and it will output a label file for each sentence. So with this input, it will be used for training the HMM models. And finally, based on these models created, we will be able to synthesize the Malay speech. Wow.
And while ID has been working on her Malay speech synthesizer, I have been working on a toolkit, which is Merlin toolkit. Merlin toolkit is actually a toolkit that builds deep neural networks. So basically it's what I've been doing all this while. And Merlin toolkit provides some speeches which are in English, the speeches and also the corresponding text files. And with these text files, I would process the whole system, and I am trying to incorporate the Spanish system into this also. And all this while I have actually been debugging the Merlin toolkit to try to incorporate the Spanish speech into the Merlin toolkit. So that's what we have been doing here.
As for me, I'm working on developing an Android application for recording speech and accelerated data from Parkinson patients. I'm using Android Studio for my development, and the two most important features I'm using are audio record and sensor classes in Android Studio. I first started by building speech recording function using audio record class, then followed by sensor class to collect accelerator data. After the collection of data, another challenge I have encountered is that I have to send the data to a simple server that I'm running on a virtual machine, which located in the internal network of UPM. In order to do that, I have to include port forwarding function in the application, which when I connect to a certain port on the local host, which is the Android device, it will create a tunnel to the port listened by the server. The port forwarding function should be kept alive throughout the testing. So once the tunnel is created, I will be able to send the data to the server. Besides the speech data and accelerator data, there will be an info file contains the details of speech that are required in order to open the voice data properly, such as audio encoding format, audio, channels, and sample reads. All this information should be stored under respective users' folder in the server for further processing. All this information should be stored under respective users' file on the server for further processing. That's all from me.
So that's all from us. Adios.
Gracias. Okay.